About, what was it? Summer of 2021 is when we acquired this 2005 Ford Econoline E350 Club Wagon XLT. She was a bus that took passengers from LAX to a rental car business. This van was found on Craigslist for about 10, and I got it down to about 8. And she had her issues. There was battery issues from the start. So there's some type of drain there that I haven't found. And it hasn't had any issues since we've been able to use this solar panel to trickle charge it. So I checked this morning and it's at 12.9. And with this trickle charger, it could get it up to about 14. We don't have too much sun. It's okay because I can start it now and it won't be a problem. There's enough crank in there to get her started, even on the cold days here. The things that we had issues with was the cruise control, which is down here. This is where the brake fluid is. It's right under, and you just unscrew that, get a new part there. I don't remember what the part name is, but if you look up cruise control for the Ford E350, you'll find it. Easy part to replace, just unscrew and put it back in. Now, one of the other issues we had with her is a broken dipstick tube, and the dipstick won't go down completely. I got a new OEM after getting a universal off of Amazon that just didn't work. So the OEM is working. You got to twist it. It's still kind of hard. I have a new tube that needs to be installed. I may have a shop do that because I don't want to deal with that out here in the forest. Another part that was replaced that I did was back down here, if I can reach. Yeah, it's behind this little wire harness here, and that's the camshaft position sensor. And if we go over here, all the way down under the AC compressor is the camshaft position sensor. Those two parts failed on my Jeep, and it stalled me out while I was driving in the middle of the road, and I almost crashed into a curb. I also changed out the alternator, and I'll show you where the crankshaft position sensor is. It's right up in here. See if I can get the camera all the way up in there. Oh, right there where that harness leads to. And that part wasn't too easy because I had to unbolt the AC compressor to move it out of the way in order to pull out the camshaft position sensor. Those are two critical parts, and I was chasing a hard start, and those parts were possibly the cause. But since this is a 150,000 plus mile vehicle, high mileage, I went ahead and replaced it anyways. I'm constantly replacing the air filter in here. So this is fairly new. Whenever I get oil changes, I just tell them don't mess with it. I've already done that. Oh, great. We got a new nest being built in there, so I'm gonna have to, oh shit. You can see all the little things they're building in there. I don't know if you can see that. Yep, I got a new nest from being out here. Great. So I'll get a, I don't know, wire hanger or something, and I'll scoop that out today. Once I start the engine, they're gonna go running. Also, back in here, I replaced the PCV valve and a fuel pressure sensor valve. Those are back there. And as you can see, little rat prints. Cool. You can see them all up in here too. Cool. Perks of living in the forest. Okay, so now I know there's a new nest being built. Awesome. Even with the rat sonic booms, whatever those little things are, they're still in here. I put a new amp in for the new stereo that I put in. After I put the new stereo in, the speakers sounded like crap, so I needed an amp and hooked myself a nice little amp in here. Now we have stereo. Let's see here. Change the headlights out from those composites to LED sealed beam. This was a pain in the butt because I had to find the light bucket. I had to find the adjustment screws and plastic sliders, and those are all discontinued, so finding those was fun. You can look on eBay all day. If you're interested, let me know and I'll look for the part numbers. Change that out to LEDs. After I did the LEDs on those, the signal flash was really slow, so you have to get a relay. So I put a relay in, not wired here, but wired down where the relay is near the gas pedal in the engine. Not the engine, in the cab. We got the general grabbers, LTs, 265, 75 on 16s. I decided to keep the Steelies cheaper. And these tires have done us well in the mud out here. We've been stuck once at camp. So once the sun dried everything out, we were able to escape. These are pretty good. These are snow rated, I believe. And then we got the Action Van lift, 5-inch. The sticker fell off. I didn't take it off. So the whole front end is beefed up. Painted her slate gray, satin finish. Put the Sumo springs in the back there. Also, I'm thinking about getting the progressive leaf springs. We have add-on leaf spring. And I'm thinking I want something more robust, because this girl definitely weighs 10,000 pounds. Of course, we got the top, fiberine, a must. And we have the hitch with basket. I got the 4-inch riser. So this was before I had the lift, so that it would pick up the basket because it was hanging pretty low. So we got the 4-inch riser. I just left it after we got it lifted, so that now it's even higher. And when it rains, I can put the compressor under here. Sorry, not the compressor, the generator. And then the generator gets plugged into the back. And here's the Tractor Supply toolbox that's bolted to this. This holds the generator and gas and my toolbox for other stuff. And I scooched it over so that I can carry extra things here. So this holds 8 gallons of water, which is nice. And then here's where I plug my generator, and then I plug my solar in here. I didn't want to drill into the van. And then I clipped an extension pole that goes to my Wi-Fi booster. I'm thinking about getting a MagnaFlow catalytic converter, whole new system under here. But that's pretty much the update on 30 months later with this van. Oh yeah, and I fixed the AC finally. There was a video I did where right under here, if you pull this up, there's a clip, and if you disconnect that clip, your daytime running lights won't be on. And I thought that would be cool not to have daytime running lights. And I didn't realize that that clip also powered the AC compressor. So for the whole summer while I was burning up, I had no AC and I couldn't figure out why. And I was under there just trying to figure it all out. And it wasn't working. Finally, I clipped the daytime running lights back on for these bad boys, and my AC works again. So everything so far has been running as it should. I just need to reduce the weight of the van some more. We're gonna do some more purging. I'll leave it at that. We're heading out. We gotta pick up some provisions and get a shower. It's been 2 weeks.